Yeah, Collegeville. And yeah, so glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to see it, yes, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple. Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen, all the boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Belleville East High School. I am Todd Duke. Chris Kettler along with us as well as we get you ready for this regional championship game as your Collinsville Kahawks take on the Belleville East Lancers. And we welcome you in to the Cullip Jennings Florist pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network, brought to you by Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. Check them out at 344-0404 or online at their new website, cullipjennings.net. Kahawks come into this contest with a record of 17-12. Belleville East comes in at 21-10. Kahawks were 7-5 this year in Southwestern Conference play, while the Lady Lancers ended up 9-3 and tied for first place with Edwardsville under their head coach, Natalie Peters, who is in her 16th year, and she brings with her a record of 377 wins and 153 losses. Jessica Schmittling is the coach for Collinsville in her first year and has that 17-12 record to show for it thus far. Kahawks come in scoring an average of 7.2 runs per game, and that is almost a run and a little bit more better than Belleville East. They come in scoring 6.9 runs per game. It's the defensive side of things that's the big difference. Collinsville allowing almost 6 runs per game at 5.9, while Belleville East is barely allowing 3.5. They come in at 3.4 runs against. Kahawks coming off of their first playoff win over Belleville West in over 20 years with yesterday's 11-2 win. Kendra Butcher with a complete game victory, 7 innings pitched, 2 runs. They were both unearned runs. She struck out 5 and walked 5 along the way. Freshman Katie Bardwell went 1 for 2 at the plate with a couple of runs batted in. Briley Anderton went 2 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs scored, and that was the same line for Kendra Butcher at the plate as well, 2 for 4 with an RBI and a couple of runs scored. Lancers, they are coming off of a 5-0 win at home versus Quincy in yesterday's other regional semifinal game. All of that scoring took place in the middle innings for Belleville East, 2 in the 3rd and the 5th innings, and then 1 in the 4th. Riley Soroka pitched all 7 innings in that game. No runs, only 2 hits allowed. She struck out 2 and walked one. And at the plate, Kylie Crowder and Taylor Sparks both hit home runs in that win yesterday over Quincy. Kahawks, they're looking for their first regional championship since the 2011 season. It's been 10 years and 6 days there, Chris Kettler, since the Collinsville Lady Kahawks last won a regional championship in the world of softball, and they vanquished an over 20-year ghost trying to beat Belleville West for the first time in over 20 years. And same thing here with Belleville East. They have not beaten the Lancers in a playoff game in over 20 years.
Well, that's quite a long time there, 20 years. Lots of players and coaches that came through in that time frame, but great job yesterday by the Kahawks. Put together a pretty good defensive game, some rocky innings there by Butcher, but got no trouble, no runs off of her, and the bats came through, especially early, right off the bat in the first inning. We were maybe worried about some of that defense, but it was pretty solid right behind her throughout that game. Good game for the Kahawks yesterday.
Yeah, and I thought that Kendra Butcher got stronger as she went on, and she finished the game very strong.
Yeah, she finally got them first couple of strikeouts and got a couple more in the next innings, and she really finished strong after them rocky innings at the beginning.
Hopefully that will carry over to today, because yesterday's pitchers are also today's pitchers. It will be Kendra Butcher in the circle for Collinsville, and it will be Riley Soroka in the circle for Belleville East. Both of them pitched all 7 innings in yesterday's wins for their team, so I guess we will find out if both of them are up to the task for the second day in a row. Belleville East last won a regional championship in 2018. Natalie Peters, their head coach, has 7 regional championships, 3 sectional championships, and she took her team to state in her very first year. That was 2006 when they went 28-11, but they lost in quarterfinal action. Peters took over for Hall of Fame coach Rita Menke. Menke was here for 24 years, started in 82, 3-time state champions under Menke in 1989, 1995, and in 2003, 4th in state in 2004, and one other trip under Menke's tenure. That was in 1994, and that ended in a quarterfinal loss. Menke, in those 24 years, 614 wins and only 172 losses. And that 1989 team, by the way, was her best team at 37-2. She came over and visited us here a little bit ago, and she's a hoot to be around.
She seems like a fun lady, just from the little interaction we had. She wants to know, post everything for the Facebook page for them to get all the information out there, and you're going to have the lineups introduced right now.
And that means it's time for us to take our first break here on the Cullet Jennings Flores pregame show. When we come back, we'll pass along a little history, and we will also give you today's starting lineups. We'll do that here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Jennings Flores, a Collinsville original since 1939. Collip Jennings Flores has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Collip Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Collip Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Collip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at collipjennings.com.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Call Up Jennings Florist pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. I'm Todd Duke, Chris Kettler alongside as well. And, yeah, we have the webcam out here. Everything looks good, but when the sun goes behind a cloud, it gets a little dark, so just bear with us here. At some point, the sun will end up behind the trees, and then I'll have to make an adjustment, and we should be good to go for the rest of the night. So just kind of squint your eyes, and we'll let you know everything else that is going on. How about a little history? You know, we have the history lessons since 2000. It's been all Belleville East, just like I said yesterday, when it was all Belleville West. Lancers have a 37-6 regular season record against Collinsville since the year 2000. 4-0 in the playoffs, and that equals 41-6 overall. Belleville East took both home and away games this year, just like West did. 5-0 on May 19th, right here at Belleville East. 10 days later, the Lancers won 9-2 at the Collinsville Sports Complex. In 2019, Collinsville swept Belleville East for the first time in that 21-year period. So the Kahawks just mustered 2 wins between the 2000 and 2007 season. Then they got one more win from 2008 until 2011. And since 2011, the 3 wins. 2 of them came in that 2019 sweep. And we mentioned yesterday against Belleville West that the Lancers have swept 15 times over the last 21 years in Kahawk softball. And in this instance, it's 16 times that Belleville East has swept the season series, both home and away, in the last 21 years. Last playoff meeting, Kahawks lost 3-0 in the regional championship game at Belleville West in 2018. They also lost a regional semifinal game in 2001 and lost the sectional semifinal in 2007. They were league champions that year, and then they lost the regional semifinal in 2014. So now you are all caught up with everything that I know, and we're going to settle in and hope for a grand day of some softball out here, Chris Kettler.
Be a grand day if the Kahawks win this one. R.J. Simpson going to lead us off here.
Simpson leads off. Riley Doyle, the catcher, will bat second. Brianna Wellen, the designated player, batting third. We'll fill in the rest of the order here in just a moment. Riley Soroka in the circle, and the first pitch is inside, and we are underway. Riley Anderton at shortstop, batting in the cleanup spot. Kendra Butcher, the pitcher, batting fifth today. Amber Gassman playing second base and batting sixth. Jerica Asbeck is in left field, batting seventh. Katie Bardwell in right field, batting eighth, and Mackenzie Young at third base, batting ninth. It's the exact same lineup that they put out yesterday against Belleville West.
Kind of fell into that lineup here lately. Keep bringing it out.
2-1 the count to R.J. Simpson. She comes in batting .378, 15 runs batted in, and she flies this one out to second base. Aileen Walker with an over-the-shoulder grab, and she barely hung on to it for the first out.
Inside-out swing there, just kind of popped it up and didn't go too far. enough for the second baseman to get under it.
I know the screen's a little dark right now, kids, but when that sun pops back out, it won't be. I can't keep on going back and forth because then it'll be so bright you won't be able to see it. Sun will be down behind the trees here in probably a half an hour, and then we will make the adjustment. Here is Riley Doyle. Riley is the team's leading batter. 380 is her average. 20 runs batted in on 4 home runs. And she fouls one down the left field line. 1-1, 1 out. Top of the first. No score. Defensively for Belleville East, Bayla Smith is in left field. Ava Hamilton in center. Mariah May is in right field. And we'll give you the infield after this next pitch. And there's a swing, and there's a shot to the gap. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Rounding first is Doyle. She's heading to second, and she will be there standing up with a 1-out double for Riley Doyle.
I just noticed the center fielder was definitely playing Doyle to pull. Sends one bit the other way into that gap.
Finish out the defense for Belleville East. Kylie Crowder is at third. Taylor Sparks is at short. Eileen Walker at second. Maddie Rodriguez at first. Riley Soroka in the pitcher circle, and Lily Menser is her catcher. And here is Brianna Wellen taking one inside on the first pitch. And Bree on the year is batting .306 with 32 runs batted in, 5 home runs. She leads both of those categories. Here's the next pitch. She holds off. And it stays low, 2-0. Wellen's 32 runs batted in, just one better than Riley Anderton's 31, and Anderton waits on deck. Runner at second, 1 out. Pitch to Wellen. Popped up, and that's going to fall. And it's going to be hard to get anybody out, but they do get the out at first base. In the meantime, Riley Doyle makes it over the third. A productive out there by Brianna Wellen.
Moves the runner along. Chaos could get something on a wild pitch or pass ball, something like that. So that pressure's on, but we'll look for Anderton to drive one here.
Riley, I already told you about her 31 runs batted in. She has 3 home runs and come in batting .353, and she has a runner just 60 feet away from making this a 1-0 Collinsville start. And that one's in there for a strike. Numbers on Soroka. This is her 21st game, her 17th start. She comes in with a record of 14-4 and a ERA at 2.00. And a swing and a chance for the shortstop. Sparks is up with it and throws over to first in time for the out. So a 1-out double by Riley Doyle has gone by the wayside. And that runner is stranded. We head now to the home half of the first inning. Belleville East Lady Lancers will have a chance to come to bat for the first time this afternoon, and we'll tell you all about it in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience. Choose Lakeside.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from Belleville East. Rita Menke Field is where we are, named after the Hall of Fame coach herself. And Kendra Butcher is in the circle. Kendra on the year making her 28th appearance. This is her 24th start. She's 14-9 on the year. 2.81 earned run average. Butcher has struck out 142 batters this year and walked 45. And this is the lineup she will be facing. Ava Hamilton will lead off and play center field. Kylie Crowder at third base, batting second. Batting third, the first baseman, Maddie Rodriguez. In the cleanup spot, the catcher, Lily Menser. Megan Doolittle the designated player batting 5th. She'll be batting for Riley Soroka, the pitcher. Mariah May in right field batting 6th. Taylor Sparks bats 7th, the shortstop does. Bayla Smith in left field bats 8th, and Aileen Walker, the second baseman, batting 9th for Belleville East. First pitch into Ava Hamilton is a strike. Ava on the year batting .379, 29 runs batted in, 2 home runs on the year. Pitch from Butcher. Ball low, 1 ball, 1 strike the count.
Got a pretty good view from back here, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
You see them pitches coming in.
I'm kind of right behind the umpire, so I have to lean over a little bit. High fly ball, center field. Rafalowski is there for the out.
There you go, no troubles there. Harmless fly out.
Rafalowski in center field. Flanking her, Jerica Asbeck in left, Katie Bardwell in right. Mackenzie Young is at third base for Collinsville. Briley Anderton, the shortstop. Amber Gassman is at second base. R.J. Simpson at first. And Kendra Butcher in the circle. Riley Doyle behind the plate. Here is Kylie Crowder. She leads the team in batting average with .471. 26 runs batted in. Believe it or not, that's tied for second. And she has 5 home runs, and that leads her team. Same amount home runs as the leader for Collinsville has, Brianna Wellen. And Butcher finding the strike zone early, 0-2 against Crowder. Swinging a shot up the middle. And just like Collinsville, Lancers get a 1-out base hit in their half of the first inning.
Hung that one a bit. Left Crowder something to swing at there.
That brings up Maddie Rodriguez. Rodriguez, the first baseman, batting .365, 13 runs batted in. No long ball off of the bat of Maddie Rodriguez this year so far. Pitch outside, called a strike right on the corner. 0-1, Butcher had trouble finding the strike zone early yesterday. She seems to have picked up where she left off at a strong close in yesterday's game. Next pitch on the way. Swinging a foul ball out of play.
She had a few walks early and hit by pitch, but she's gotten ahead of all the batters so far in this first inning.
Pete Hoffman watching. Let's go Kahawks. Next pitch into Rodriguez. Roller down the first baseline, but that's foul. Gloved by R.J. Simpson, but we'll do it all over again. Count remains 0-2 to Maddie Rodriguez. Lily Mincer is on deck. Runner at second base, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Swinging a foul ball, popped back here. Falls harmlessly, and no one's hurt.
Clay Smith was far enough away.
Clay Smith and Dave Schneider enjoying this one as well. All kinds of Kahawk fans sitting behind us. And the next pitch to Rodriguez is in the dirt. First ball out of the strike zone to the Lancers first baseman.
Last one was a bit high before that. She fouled it off, trying to change Rodriguez's eyesight, bringing one down low.
The 1-2 pitch from Butcher on the way. Strike 3 called. Snap throw down to first base and safe call. That was close.
Crowder had been going way off the bag. Some previous times, she didn't get as far off that time, but a good throw down there by Doyle.
Sure was. Snap throw made it real close. First strikeout of the game for Butcher. 2 outs in the inning. And that brings in the catcher, Lily Menser. Menser on the year, batting .350 with 26 runs batted in and 3 balls over the fence. There's a throw down to second. And I tell you what, that ball popped out of Anderton's glove just for a moment. And if it would have stayed in, that would have been a very close play at second base. But as it is, Crowder is down to second with a stolen base.
She held on to the ball with her free hand. It popped out of her glove. And if it would have stayed in the glove, she might have been able to get the tag down.
Hit her right kind of in the heel of the glove. Next pitch to Menser on the way. Swinging a high fly ball. This one's going to stay in the park. Who's going to get to it? It is no. Simpson got a glove on it, but couldn't hold on to it. She was running away from home plate, trying to track it down.
A lot of foul territory on both sides.
So we'll do it all over again. 1 ball, 1 strike to Lily Menser. Runner on at second base, 2 away here. Butcher and the Kahawks trying to keep this scoreless. Swinging a high fly ball. I don't think it's going to remain scoreless anymore. That one's going to bounce all the way up against the wall. And Crowder's going to have no problem coming in from second. And standing there taking her place at second is Lillian Mincer with an RBI double. And Belleville East takes the lead 1-0.
East going to go with a runner here. After that one was a long drive by Mincer.
Sure was. Right into the left field gap. 200 feet straight away to every part of the field here, just like most softball parks. As Serenity Childress comes in to play courtesy runner for Lily Mincer so she can go get the gear back on and get ready to catch the next half inning. Here is Megan Doolittle. Doolittle on the year batting .333 with 7 runs batted in. First pitch to her is a ball a little bit high. So 1 run in, and now the job is to keep it that way. Butcher is ready to pitch. Inside, ball 2, 2-0. Next pitch coming in to Doolittle. Swinging a little floating. That's going to be in for a base hit. Throw comes to home plate, not in time. And it's 2-0 in favor of Belleville East. Megan Doolittle with a little dying quail out to shallow right center field.
Got enough of it to bring it up over the infield. Rafalowski had to come in a long ways before she could make her throw. Doyle didn't have a chance to tag out the runner.
Now batting right fielder, number 29, Mariah May.
A runner at first and 2 outs, and here is Mariah May swinging at the first pitch in right into the glove of Jerica Asbeck. 4 and out, and thankfully she was there, or that might have been some trouble, and we might be looking at a 3-0 lead. But as it is, we head to the top of the second inning. Lancers strike twice in that inning, and we'll tell you all about the second inning in just a moment.
Just because
here on the Kahok
cut
Sports
your own
Network.
hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual. So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
Back here behind home plate at Rita Menke Field. Todd Duke and Chris Kettler along with you. Second at bat for the Kahawks, and they find themselves trailing 2-0. Middle of the order, Kendra Butcher, Amber Gassman, Jerica Asbeck. If anyone can get on, Katie Bardwell will have a chance to bat. Kendra on the year batting .291 with 13 runs batted in, couple of home runs for the lefty. And the first pitch is out of the strike zone, ball 1.
More 2-out runs given up by the Kahawks. Last inning, got to rattle the bats now.
Outside with the next pitch from Soroka. Lots of noise out here, isn't there? People chattering everywhere. Next pitch to Butcher, swinging a fly ball out to the left fielder, and she reaches up and grabs it at the last moment. Does Bayla Smith? She took that step in and then had to retreat and go back, but she just snagged it before it had a chance to fall down to the ground.
She would take another half step in. She wouldn't have got to it. She just barely got the glove up there and snagged that one at the tip top of her glove.
So,
Second baseman, number 17,
one out.
Gassman.
Amber Gassman to the plate. Amber on the year batting .234 with 9 runs batted in. And she looks at one in there for a called strike. Soroka Ready with another to Gassman. Here it is. Swing and a shot up the middle. Diving play there by Taylor Sparks at shortstop, but it just went off of her glove. And Collinsville has their second base runner of the day on a base hit by Amber Gassman.
Hit up the middle there. Sparks is a great defensive player Saturday for East, and she's all over it again today. Diving for that ball.
Here is Jerica Asbeck batting .280 on the year. Jerica is with 13 runs batted in, and she looks at one high for ball one. Finally got some sunshine in our lives after seems like a week of clouds and rain and cold and bleh. Nice to be sitting in the sun. Bunt, and it's a high one. The third baseman drives in, and it goes over her head, and everyone is safe. Jerica Asbeck with an infield bunt single. How about that?
She bunted it so high it went up over the charging third baseman. It could have almost been a disaster had the third baseman been able to snag that one out of the air. Would have easily doubled off Gassman.
Oh, yeah.
But works out for the Kahawks on the bad bunt.
Yeah, Crowder was coming in for the bunt, and Asbeck got it in the air, and it went just over Crowder's glove and fell in, and luckily for her, Soroka was aware of the play and went and got the ball before anyone could move up a bag, more than they already did. That'll bring up Katie Bardwell. The freshman is having a pretty good year as far as freshmen on a varsity team concerned. 206, 13 runs batted in, including one home run. Had a couple of runs batted in yesterday's win.
She finally filled that third outfield spot for the Kahawks. Her bat has been fine, and as a freshman, late season, she's a great addition.
Yeah.
To the varsity team.
She's a gamer, man. Squares around a bunt, takes it high for a ball. Everybody charging in.
Expecting another bunt.
One out in the inning. So Bardwell maybe trying to give herself up to move the runners to second and third. And she bunts it foul. 1-1. So she's trying to give herself up and maybe give Mackenzie Young an opportunity. Young batted pretty well yesterday as well. Bardwell stands back in. Soroka, the righty, pitches. And nice eye there by the freshman. Bardwell, throw down to third. Not in time.
Catcher had to pick the ball up out of the dirt just a little bit, and then she just stood there with it. Now we got
time called as
time here is shortstop's got to run in.
Yeah, Taylor Sparks, I think she's got some blood on the face or something. Probably got it when she went diving for that ball. So Gassman on at third base with a stolen base. Each team now with a stolen base in this game. And Bardwell up there with the count in her favor at 2-1.
Yeah, it's got a runner in a third. Last inning couldn't drive her in. But now here Spark returns, and she's ready to go.
She apparently ran off the field and said, "Sorry, my face is bleeding." She's ready to go. We're ready to go. Katie Bardwell is ready to go. So is Riley Soroka. 2-1 the count to Bardwell. Runners on the corners. One out. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball on the infield. That's not going to do it. And Sparks calls for it and has it. Bardwell's pop-up becomes the second out of the inning.
That Sparks can go anywhere, man. She caught that one in the second baseman's position.
Yeah, she sure did. So it's going to be up to Mackenzie Young. Mackenzie on the year batting .181, 18 runs batted in, couple of home runs for her as well. And Soroka ready to deal to the Kahok third baseman. Up high, ball one.
She bats in the 9 position, but once you turn the lineup around, she's more like the true leadoff hitter.
Yeah.
And then Simpson comes up next. She's a good batter to have someone batting the 9 hole.
Next pitch, strike called. But Young was taken all the way, wanted to see what a strike looked like. Now she knows it's 1-1. She's ready to go. All kinds of lawn chairs out along the outfield fence. As Soroka is ready with the 1-1. Strike two. Now you have to protect.
Saw one, you saw two. They were in the same position there. So now Soroka will probably mix this one up here, maybe bring one lower.
I wouldn't throw it in the strike zone, make her try to chase it. Pitch outside. She did try that.
Kept it away.
And Young wasn't biting. 2-2 now the count. 2 on, 2 out. Soroka delivers. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen. Soroka ready again. Swinging another foul ball, this one the other way.
Spoiled one that came inside there. Last 2 or 3 were away.
Well, we said after the count went 1 and 2, she's going to have to protect the plate. She's done that very well so far, fouling off the last couple of pitches. Another 2-2 from Soroka on the way. Ball. 1 pitch away from either a strikeout or a walk.
Simpson on deck.
Big pitch here early on.
Wouldn't mind Simpson coming up with the bases loaded.
I wouldn't mind that at all. Next pitch. Swinging a shot. That's a base hit. 1 run's going to score. And stopping at second base is Asbeck. Now the ball gets away. Everybody's going to move up a bag. And the Kahawks have hit pay dirt as Gassman scores. Asbeck is all the way over to third. And Mackenzie Young is at second with an RBI single. And she takes second on the throw.
Right fielder comes charging in thinking she might have had a chance to throw Young out at first base, but her throw was wild in the dirt there, and it allows Asbeck and Young to move up after the run had scored.
4 hits in the game for Collinsville, 3 in this inning, and here is R.J. Simpson, who popped up to the second baseman, Eileen Walker, her first time up. She can do some damage here. Right down the middle with that one. That was right across the letters there. So Asbeck at third, Mackenzie Young at second. Tying run 60 feet away. Here's the pitch to Simpson, swinging a foul ball. 0-2 quickly to the Kahawk first baseman.
Great bat by Young to drive in the run.
Soroka, she's ready to go. Here's the next to Simpson, outside. Ball 1, bluff throw down to third base. And down you'll see Asbeck taking that big of a lead. Not representing the tying run. Here comes the 1-2. Swinging a high fly ball. On the move is the right fielder, and May makes the catch for the out, but in the inning, Collinsville picks up a run on 3 base hits, and they've made it a little closer as I can't even see my thing to shrink the screen so I can get back to playing commercials. That's how funny that is. We'll be back to tell you all about the bottom of the second in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Once again, welcome back to Rita Menke Field. I'm Todd Duke alongside with
Shortstop number 10, Taylor Sparks.
Chris Kettler. I forgot to take my 3 seconds to do that now. I thought about it, and then I looked down, and Zach Roseman reminded me the same thing. There was a 3-second delay last night in that game. Foul ball back to the screen. Bottom of the second, 2-1 in favor of the Lancers. Lancers get 2 in the bottom of the first. Collinsville gets 1 back in the top of this second inning. Here is the bottom of the order. Taylor Sparks leading things off with a .333 average. 19 runs batted in and 2 home runs, and she fouls 1. Over into that very expansive foul territory down the first baseline. Taylor Sparks, Bayla Smith, and Eileen Walker here for Belleville East. If any of those get on, back to the top of the order in Ava Hamilton. Sparks. And a 1-2 pitch and a foul ball. Another pitch from Butcher on the way to Sparks. Here it is. Swinging a shot right back to where it came from and up the middle for a base hit.
After a few fouls, Sparks finally straightens ones out. Gets it right up the middle there.
Each team now with 4 base hits.
So leadoff runner on for the Lancers.
And that'll bring up Bayla Smith. Comes in batting .267 with a couple of home runs and 15 runs batted in. They got home run hitters up and down this lineup, don't they? Snap throw down to first base, and Amber Gassman was covering. That was going to be a little closer than what it looked, and the ball ended up glancing off of Sparks' arm and into the glove of Gassman.
Smith showing bunt. He's looking to just move over Sparks.
0-1. And the pitch from Butcher. Strike called on the outside corner, quickly 0-2.
Not showing bunt there, taking, and now it's 0-2.
Bottom of the second, nobody out, 2-1 game. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Smith for the first out of the inning, and the second strikeout of the game for Butcher.
Reese was looking to move the runner over on the bunt, and then 2 pitches later, she's out.
Here is Eileen Walker, the number 9 hitter in the lineup for the Lancers. First pitch is a ball. And Walker comes in, batting .222, 7 runs batted in. And of all the starting 9 batters here in this game for Belleville East, she has the lowest batting average, and it's .222, which still, all in all, isn't bad. Ten batters, over 300. On the roster for Belleville East, and Kylie Crowder batting .471. That's amazing, man. It's almost a hit every other at bat.
They put up some big offensive numbers, haven't they?
2-1 the count. And the pitch. A bunt. Throw down to first is in time. Moves the runner over to second.
And she's caught now.
Now she is caught, and she is out.
Sparks rounded second and got hung up there, and then sliding into third, she kind of got knocked down, and I got to check on her here.
And now Sparks is hurt a little bit there.
Just knocked her down, took her, maybe knocked some wind out of her, but she's trying to get back up, and the inning's over.
Yep, sure is. Just happened to be that way, a double play there, if you will, for Collinsville. We head now to the top of the third inning, and the score remains 2-1 in favor of, I can't see this thing, man. I'm afraid to hit the wrong one, and I'll exit out, and I'll have to start my scoreboard all over again. All right, top of the third is where we go to, and we'll be back to tell you all about it in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Well, we have a change for Belleville East, and that means that
Sparks is out.
Sparks is out. Sparks got hurt on that pickoff throw over at third base, and it'll be Maya Hadaway who will come in and take her place. And it's the top of the third.
A rough 2 innings for Sparks.
Yeah, sure was.
Bleeding and knocked down.
And a foul ball out of play off of the bat of Riley Doyle, who doubled her first time up. Made it to third on a ground out by Bree Wellen, but then was stranded there. Doyle awaits the next from Soroka. It's on the way. And a swing and a base hit up the middle. Doyle is on for the second time in a row. Single and a double in this game now.
Kahok's leading hitter keeps on hitting. Leadoff runner on here in this third.
Always nice when you can get the leadoff runner on. Here is Brianna Wellen, who grounded out to the second baseman Walker her first time up. That allowed Riley Doyle to move to third into scoring position, but Anderton grounded out to end the inning. Wellen looking for something to drive here. All kinds of room in that left center field gap. Pitch. Strike called. 1-1.
Yeah, Lancers really guard them lines. If you get something that just falls in there, there's a lot of space that can go in. You think you got a lot of foul territory down the lines at Collinsville, even more here.
Yeah. Wellen fouls one down into that expansive territory down there, the size of Rhode Island. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to the designated player today. Brianna Wellen batting for center fielder Alexi Rafalowski. Soroka ready with another pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Wellen.
Wasn't ready for that high pitch and adjusted to it too late, swung through it.
So 1 away. Riley Doyle still at first base. See if Anderton can bring her in. Anderton grounded out to the third baseman Crowder her first time up. And the first pitch from her from Soroka. Swinging a long fly ball. That one's going to hit the fence on a line. And Riley Doyle is going to be stopped at third. And Collinsville has runners on first and third and 1 out.
It hit the fence on the fly. And what is that, cups they have in there to represent numbers, I assume, of the seniors or something? It knocked a bunch of those out.
Knocked that right out of there. So first and third for Collinsville. 1 away for Kendra Butcher, trying to help herself out here. She smoked that ball.
Yeah, maybe a little too much. Maybe like that one getting down and bounce around a bit, make the shortstop, center fielder have to chase after it a bit. Might have been able to bring Doyle in from first.
Oh yeah, I mean that ball hit the fence in the line drive, and then it just deadened right there. And now a hit batter, Kendra Butcher will take her place over at first base, and Collinsville has the bases loaded with one out for Amber Gassman, who singled her first time up.
Came around and scored on the hit by Young last inning. East Enfield wants to talk about this.
Well, I can't
And
say as
the
I blame them.
Coach going to come out too.
Yeah. Everybody wants to talk about everything. While they're doing that, we will tell you we have more sports for you tomorrow. We are not going to be able to bring you the boys baseball playoff game at Edwardsville because the girls are also at Edwardsville, the soccer team. The baseball game starts at 4:30 and the soccer game starts at 6. That's not enough time to do both. So since the girls are in a championship game and the boys are just in a semifinal game, obviously championship takes precedent over semifinals. So we will be carrying the Lady Kahok soccer game, and we'll be doing that on the phone on the Facebook page because we already all know that my equipment does not work out there at that District 7 sports complex. I'm not even going to take it with me.
I was looking back at that softball regional game 2 years ago. It was in and out and wavy lines.
Yep. So I try to explain it to people. I'm like, remember back in the day when your grandpa made you hold the rabbit ears on top of the TV and told you, okay, turn it right, a little bit more right. Now stay right there. Well, before that, all the lines were squiggly and stuff, and then you had to stand there for an hour while your grandpa watched his show. Amber Gassman trying to do some damage here with the bases loaded and one out. Soroka pitches. In there for a strike. Riley Doyle at third base. Riley Anderton at second. Kendra Butcher at first. Amber Gassman the batter. And the pitch. Ball. 1-1 the count. Lancers, they're looking for the double play. And they're in a little bit for the play at the plate, trying to cut off the tying run. Soroka with a 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Stays high. Soroka, in case you were wondering, has walked only 13 batters this year. That in 94 innings pitched. Next pitch to Gassman, swinging a high fly ball. Center fielder Hamilton is on the run, and she makes the catch. Throw home is not going to be in time, and we are tied.
There you go. Doing enough of a job there. Long fly ball, bring the runner in, tie it up. Take that.
Take the RBI any day there from Amber Gassman.
Now batting number 7, Jerica Asbeck.
There is Asbeck with 2 outs and runners on first and second. Jerica singled her first time up as well. And the pitch, bouncing ball, shortstop. Oh, boots it. Everybody's going to be safe. The new shortstop, Hadaway, booted it. And Asbeck is safe on the first error of the game.
Placement comes in the game, and then the game finds her right away. Talking about Sparks has been pretty solid back there, but she has had a rough go over in this game and had to be replaced. And now
Number 21, Katie
her
Barnwell.
replacement, Hadaway, can't handle that one. Keeps this third inning going for Collinsville.
Keeps the inning alive for Katie Bardwell. I don't know why we're calling time here.
What Vince is doing over here.
I don't know.
Talking to, I can only assume it's athletic director Larson here. And Mark Larson coming out here on the field, and
I don't know what's going on. They decided to turn on the music to try to drown out the Kahok chant we got going on behind us. I still have no idea what's going on. You?
Well, they pointed to somebody over here, and it seems to be a photographer or something.
Oh, he was on the field.
I guess he was in the way. And
yeah. All right, here we are, back to action. Ball outside to Katie Bardwell. Katie popped up to the then shortstop, Taylor Sparks, all the way over in front of Eileen Walker, the second baseman.
I'm going to say Bardwell checked her swing. They checked with the field umpire out there. He said she went.
Okay, so 0-1 instead of 1-0. This one's outside, 1-1 now. 2 outs, bases loaded. Tied game, 2-2. Collinsville with a chance to take the lead for the first time in this game. Soroka ready with a 1-1 to Bardwell. Here it is. Swinging a chance for the shortstop again. This time she gobbles it up, throws in the dirt, and it's out of the glove of the first baseman, Maddie Rodriguez, and everybody's safe.
Yeah, let's go ahead there. Actually, she could almost get another run. Butcher should just keep on going there and
force the issue.
She should be rounding all the way there, but we'll take the lead.
Everybody's safe. We give that one to the shortstop or the first baseman? It was in the dirt, so the shortstop, right?
I would think so.
Yeah.
It kind of bounced up on her. She was rushing her throw and down in the dirt with the throw. So couple errors for the new shortstop in the game for East.
Yeah, rough start for her. Helps Collinsville take the lead here, 3-2. And here is Mackenzie Young, who singled in the first run of the game for Collinsville, back in the second. Soroka with an 0-1 pitch, and it hits her. Another run comes home. Second hit batter of the inning. Or of the game, excuse me, for
the inning.
Soroka. Is it of the inning?
Yeah, Butcher who just came in scored by pitch.
Wasn't looking at the right spot, I guess.
So a couple hit batters, a couple errors by the new shortstop, and now Simpson up here with the bases loaded.
RJ looking to break the 0-2 that she is currently in.
28, Riley Simpson.
So Asbeck is at third, Bardwell is at second, Young is at first, and we're going to have a
pitching
timeout.
Change.
Are we going to have a pitching change?
Yeah, number 10 coming out here.
Okay, so Taylor Sparks is feeling okay now, and she's going to go in and pitch. Nope, she's going to come back in and play shortstop.
Not a pitching change, just some defensive changes here.
Yeah. So Sparks is going to come back in after 2 errors by Maya Hadaway. Apparently, Coach Peters has seen enough from her backup shortstop, and Sparks says, I'm feeling good, Coach, put me back in, and that's what happened. So, R.J. Simpson, the 9th batter in this inning for Collinsville. R.J.'s popped up and flied out, and she swings at the first pitch, and she skies it deep and into foul territory, and it's caught by Mariah May for the out, and R.J.'s having a rough day. 2 straight flyouts to May out in right field, but in the inning, Collinsville, they do score 3 runs, and they take the lead by a score of 4-2 as we head now to the bottom of the third inning. If I can find this little small dot. There we go. Hey, how about that? Almost did that without having to scrunch my eyes. We will be back after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Bottom of the third is here. Collinsville leads 4-2, and it's back to the top of the order, and Ava Hamilton here for Belleville East. Hamilton flew out to Rafalowski in center field her first time up. And a 1-0 pitch on the way. That one misses as well. Oh, no, it didn't. It was a called strike, 1-1. Butcher delivers again, and a foul ball at home plate. Collinsville leads 4-2. 1 run in the second, 3 in the third. And we are probably about 10 minutes away from the shade taking over, which will kind of be nice. I'll adjust the camera, but then I'll be able to see. Up the middle off of Butcher, and picked up by Anderton at shortstop, but she wasn't going to make the throw because there wasn't enough time to anyway. So an infield hit for Hamilton. And the leadoff batter is on for the second inning in a row for the Lancers.
Good thing that wasn't more of a rifle off the bat, because it went straight into Butcher. All she could do was get into a little safety position there and not take that one too hard off her body.
That will bring up Kylie Crowder. Crowder gets on almost 50% of the time she's up there. Well, she does get on base 50% of the time. And she has an on-base percentage of .531, batting .471. And singled and scored in her first at bat. Crowder awaits the next pitch, swing and a miss. Tried to golf that one out of here, 1-1. I don't think we're going to have any clouds move over the sun anymore. Looking behind me there, it's nothing but blue sky, but as soon as that sun goes behind these treetops here, we'll be golden. Ball high. Golden, I tell you, golden. Two and one the count to Crowder. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-1. Well, that's not Walker. We don't need the first two to reach. Hamilton at first, nobody out. And the next pitch to Crowder on the way, and it's over her head. She did walk her, and now we have runners on first and second with nobody out. That is the first walk issued by Butcher this afternoon. That'll bring Maddie Rodriguez, a strikeout victim her first time up. The only strikeout, or excuse me, one of two strikeouts for Butcher this afternoon. Butcher is ready to go, and here's the first pitch, and it's in there for a called strike. Kahok's got a double play to end last inning with runners on. Would like to accomplish the same here. That was their 23rd double play of the year for the Lady Kahawks. Pitch, bunt. Down third base, picked up by Young. Throw over to first, and gets away. Run's going to score.
Second baseman covering there at third, couldn't handle the throw. Just like that, East gets the third run of the game.
So 2 errors committed in the last half inning by Belleville East. And now Collinsville commits their first error of the game here, and it allows a run to come across. And it's 4-3.
Coach going to come talk about this one. Settle her defense and pitcher down. Say go out and get them out.
Yep, unfortunately there is no one out.
Didn't take a lot of time they're talking about it. Now East is down there on the talking with the batter and runners.
Lily Menser due to come up next. She knocked in the first run of this game for the Lancers with a double back in the first. So runners at the corners and nobody out. Here is Menser. And a bouncing ball for Anderton. She gloves it, throws home, but it's not on line. It pulls Riley Doyle away from the plate, and the run scores, and we are tied.
The way she was going at the field, the ball probably the only place she had. Throw just brought Doyle up the line, had no chance. Speedy runner coming in from third anyway.
Fielder's choice. So that'll bring up Megan Doolittle. Still nobody out. 2 runs home and runners on first and second. Doolittle knocked in a run with a base hit in the first inning as well.
13 coming in to run over at second.
For the Lancers, number 13,
Joanna Cullen.
Courtesy running for the Lancers, number 2, Serenity Childress.
And Serenity Childress on at first base running for Mincer. I don't know why they're courtesy running for the first baseman, Rodriguez. And a little bit more speed on the base paths, I'm guessing.
Lancers, number 11, Megan Doolittle.
There is Doolittle, and Collinsville still looking for their first out. We're tied 4-4 after the Kahawks take a lead, and a nice diving stop. Oh, what a throw from her backside by Amber Gassman. She was laying down on the ground when she threw that and still got the out. What a play.
She was laying down on the ground when she got the ball.
Yeah.
Surprised she even came up with it. Then it's in her hand, and she was still able to make the throw.
She threw that thing on her back and overhand behind her back.
Runners do move up for the Lancers.
But there is one out for Mariah May, the right fielder, who lined out to Jerica Asbeck her first time up. And a foul straight toward the Belleville East dugout. 0-1.
A foul ball about found Sparks. It's
yeah.
A rough enough day for her already.
A hit, a walk, a error, and a fielder's choice have allowed 2 runs to score. Pitch in the dirt. One and one the count to May. And the pitch. Swinging, another chance for Asbeck, and it's right to her. Runner comes home from third, and she'll score. And Belleville East will retake the lead.
Ducks got one in the sac fly last inning. East takes the lead back there on that one.
Now they'll bring up Taylor Sparks. Sparks singled her last time up, then was erased on a double play and took a hard slide into third, and she was out for the next half inning until the end of the inning after her replacement made a couple of errors. Sparks came back in. Girl's got a lot of energy, doesn't she?
Covers a lot of ground out there on defense.
Mm-hmm. Runner at second. And 2 away. Here's the pitch to Sparks. Swinging a shot back to Kendra Butcher. Butcher knocks it down, throws. Not in time. Yes, it is in time. Good job to hold it to where it ended up being, which is 3 runs coming across the plate.
Teams trade 3-run third
They
innings.
sure did. And we will now head to the top of the 4th inning with the Lancers back out in front by a score of 5-4.
45 re-enter.
All right, we'll get that.
First
and
National
we'll be
Bank
back.
of Waterloo, celebrating over 100 years of banking. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo, now with locations in Collinsville and Maryville, for your mortgage and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call Bill Metzger at First National Bank of Waterloo at 345-1121, or visit them with their new locations in Collinsville and Maryville, or online at fnbwaterloo.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Back here at Belleville East High School, Rita Menke Field. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. And we maybe do a little adjustment here on the webcam.
Number 23, Riley Doyle.
Riley Doyle will lead things off. And shot right into the glove of Crowder at third base. One pitch, one out. That looks pretty good.
Kahok's with 3 runs in the third, some hit batters.
Now batting number 27,
Some errors by a
Brianna
short placement shortstop. They gave it all right back to East in their half of the third. Do it all again here.
Here is Brianna Wellen. Yep, got to start from scratch to come back. That was kind of loud. And Wellen, looking for a 1-0 pitch, steps out.
Catcher fixing her gear. That's what brought that to a stop.
And Brianna will step back in.
Hitter.
That's the third hit batter by Soroka here this afternoon. She came in having only hit 8. Now she's hit 3. She's almost hit half of her total.
Quarter of her total already in last inning plus.
That'll bring up Riley Anderton.
Coach asking for time here. We're going to run for Wellen.
Lexi Rafalowski will come on and run. Anderton has grounded out and singled and scored in this game.
entering the game for Collinsville, number 5, Lexi Rafalowski.
So Anderton, her job
Now batting number 8,
is
Riley
to
Anderton.
move Rafalowski over, and if she can do that with a hit, all the better. Soroka, ready, here it is. Up high, ball 1. Kahok's trail by 1, each team scoring 3 in their half of the third. Soroka, ready with the 1-0 to Anderton. Swinging a high pop fly. Bayla Smith in left field has it for out number 2.
Tough play. That's our sun field right now. Smith had to battle the sun also. Makes the catch.
So it's going to be up to Kendra Butcher. Butcher was hit by a pitch in the last inning and came around to score. Before that, she flew out to Smith herself, hitting it the other way.
Now batting number 35, Kendra Butcher.
Soroka ready. Here's the pitch. Butcher takes, and Rafalowski goes. I think Minter was trying to throw the ball down to second base, but Soroka, I don't think, had any idea what was happening. She caught that ball right in front of her face. So Rafalowski picks up Collinsville's second stolen base of the afternoon. And the next pitch in and popped up by Butcher, who wants it. It's going to be the left fielder once again, Bayla Smith, who will make the catch and end the inning. We will head now to the bottom half of the 4th inning. And the score remains 5-4 in favor of the Belleville Lancers.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
We have reached the bottom of the 4th inning here at Belleville East High School. I'm Todd Duke alongside Chris Kettler. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network. Beautiful afternoon for some softball. Collinsville trails 5-4. And the Lancers will bring the bottom of the order to the plate. Bayla Smith will lead off. Eileen Walker. And then back to the top of the order in Ava Hamilton. Smith has struck out in her only plate appearance thus far. And the first pitch from Butcher. Swinging a foul ball off the screen and down. Hit the very top of the screen and almost flipped over the other side, almost landed into the Lancers dugout. Next pitch from Butcher to Smith. Here it is. Pop foul again and out of play.
Like to see that shutdown inning here from Butcher. Get the bats back up here after this. Hopefully a 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, that would
definitely no runs.
Yeah, can't afford to give up any. Already down by 1. Nice to get Smith on the strikeout here. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ball outside.
Good pitch here. She can get chasing it. Maybe get the corner. Some of these umpires have been a little too inconsistent in the past, but not this one today.
Next delivery on the way. Swing and a miss. Got a strikeout. First out of the inning. And the third strikeout on the afternoon for Butcher. Got a little half shadow, half sun action going on now.
Yeah, the batter and umpire and catcher are in the shadows.
They are.
Pitcher is in the sun.
Here's Eileen Walker with a hit. Her previous at bat, she tried to bunt and got thrown out by Doyle. So this time, Walker reaches base. And that is the 6th base hit of the afternoon for Belleville East.
So that affects the batters here with the ball arriving in shadow.
There is Ava Hamilton, 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a single and a run scored. Did that in that 3-run third inning. Started off the game, Hamilton did, by flying out to Rafalowski at center. 0-1 from Butcher. Here comes the next. Ball high, 1-1. Runner at first, 1 out. We are in the bottom of the 4th. 5-4, Lancers lead by 1. Here's the pitch. Swinging a shot to the gap. That one's going to hit the ground. It's going to keep on rolling. And we'll have runners at second and third after a double by Ava Hamilton.
Little pop shot just finds that gap through the triangle, if you will, there, and can't do much about it.
Nope. So after the first batter goes down on strikes, the next 2 reach on a single and a double. Here is Kylie Crowder, who we know reaches base almost every time she's up. She's done so twice here today. Once on a single, once on a walk, and she scored both times she was on base.
Nothing too hard hit yet this inning, but just where the Kahok defense wasn't.
Crowder awaits the next from Butcher. It's down low. Ball 2, 2-0. So Crowder really looking for something to hit here. She's ahead in the count. Here's the pitch from Butcher. Swinging a shot foul down the third base side. Fun at the old ballpark.
Everybody's having fun.
I think Jerry Asbeck had to go down to Scott Air Force Base to retrieve that ball. That's what took so long. And the 2-1 pitch from Butcher on the way. Up high. Tell you what. Hamilton was about halfway to third. Runners at second and third. And a strike called. Full count now to Kylie Crowder. 1 out in the inning. It would be nice to get a strikeout here of the Lancers' best hitter. Here's the pitch from Butcher. swinging another foul ball down the third base line. Same spot, and Asbeck will be back in 5 minutes.
We'll just let him go.
Lots foul room territory here. When it goes down to those corners, it's quite the distance away. Another full count pitch from Butcher to Crowder on the way. And a foul ball back to the screen. Crowder stays alive.
Just got a piece of it at the last second.
Butcher ready with another pitch. Ball for Walker. Bases are loaded.
Crowder, it's spoiled the pitches inside. Butcher tries to get that one outside, get her to chase it.
That's the first walk issued by Kandra today. And the bases will be loaded for Maddie Rodriguez, the first baseman who has struck out and reached on an error. And with only one out, there's nowhere to put her, and here's the pitch. Ball. Ava Hamilton still dancing off second base over there, and when she does show, she ends up almost halfway to third. Want to know the count to Maddie Rodriguez. And the pitch on the way. Strike called. One of each. One ball, one strike. Bases are full of Lancers. Only one out. Double play could end this inning. Butcher pitches to Rodriguez. Outside. Two and one the count to Maddie Rodriguez. And the pitch. Strike. What do you call it? They call that a ball? Whoa. Whoa. I know that it was an off-speed delivery, but it looked
good.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. Right down the middle to me.
It got in there.
So here's a 3-1. Strike called, and you knew that Rodriguez was going to be taken all the way just to see if she could coax Butcher into a bases loaded walk. So the payoff pitch coming here to Rodriguez from Kandra Butcher. There it is. Foul ball. Another full count pitch from Butcher to Rodriguez. Here it is. And a base hit. One bouncer right in front of Bardwell. And 2 runs are going to score. As that ball came rolling in, but just a little bit too late for Doyle to swing around to try and tag out Hamilton.
Lynn Leeds Hamilton's been getting after the pitch. She's going to be a tough one if they got a hit. They probably would score 2 runs. No surprise there.
So a 2 RBI base hit by Rodriguez has extended the Lancers' lead out to 7-4. And we still have runners on first and second. Here is Lilia Mincer. Mincer has doubled in this game and reached on the fielder's choice. That double knocked in the first run of the game way back in the first inning. Still only one away. In the dirt. Nice stop by Doyle.
Butcher's throwing a lot of pitches this inning. She's laboring out there now. And
sure is.
Taking a lot of time between pitches.
After 7 innings pitched yesterday, I could see why. There's a step to third, throw to first, and in time for the double play. Just one batter a little bit too late.
Yep, 2 runs for East there in the 4th, and it's 7-4.
That it is. And Collinsville will come to the plate here in the top of the 5th. And the Kahawks will have some work to do as they trail by that number, 7-4.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future. To create your inheritance. To build your vision. To anticipate the known and unknown. And to find potential in both. And build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Todd Duke, Chris Keller back with you here from Rita Minke Field at Belleville East High School. 7-4. Kahawks trail now by 3 runs, and we'll have some work to do. And they're running out of time to do it, and we're already in the top of the 5th. Amber Gassman will lead things off here for Collinsville. It'll be Gassman, Asbeck, and Bardwell if anyone can get on. The number 9 batter, Mackenzie Young, will have a chance to bat. Gassman, a single and a fly out, 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Soroka's ready, and here's the first pitch, and it's a single right past the shortstop. 1 pitch, and Gassman is on base, and that's how you have to get it started.
Have to get it started down 3. Keep on hitting.
7th hit on the afternoon for Collinsville. Lancers have 8.
Scored 11 yesterday, did the Kahawks. They still got plenty more in the bank, right?
That's right. There's Jerica Asbeck, who's been on base twice. Once via the single, once she reached on an error. And a chance for Collinsville to maybe do some damage here. Bunt. And it's right back to the pitcher. And she hesitates, then throws over to first. And they drop the ball. And safe at first base. That's going to be an error on the second baseman, Eileen Walker, who was covering.
She was late covering. That's why Soroka took that second look to second base, then threw it the third to the second baseman at first. Then the error. First 2 reach for the Kahawks. Take it.
We will indeed take it. That'll bring up Katie Bardwell, who reached on an error her last at bat and was also popped up. And Soroka pitches to Bardwell. Bardwell looking to bunt the runners over, and everybody moving.
Yeah, you just put a bunt down, anything can happen.
Yep, that is for sure. And Bardwell, with a good eye, took that bat away just in time to take ball 1. Soroka ready with the next pitch. Bardwell squares around to bunt again and bunts it foul, 1-1.
Only got the bottom of the barrel of the bat on that one after it dropped out.
Yeah, I can't see that. My computer screen's in the way. I have to do a little bit of leaning over here. Soroka ready with another. Bardwell pulls back and takes another ball. She almost got hit by that one. Moving parts all over the place, man. Taylor Sparks is covering third while Crowder moves in.
Yeah,
same thing over at first.
aggressive.
Yes, she is. And a bunt to the first base side, picked up by Rodriguez. Her throw this time is taken care of by Eileen Walker.
Yeah, Walker able to handle it that time, but move it over to second and third.
So runners in scoring position.
Good job by Bardwell. She had to pull the bat back on some high pitches and had one hit the bottom of her bat.
Here's Mackenzie Young, who knocked in the first run of the game for Collinsville back in the second, and she was hit by a pitch the last time up, so she's been on base twice. Gassman's on at third. Asbeck's on at second. Bardwell sacrifices. Put runners in scoring position for Mackenzie Young, and here's the 1-0 from Soroka. Foul ball, 1-1.
Shadow has completely taken over home plate now. Soroka ready with a 1-1 pitch to Young, and here it is. Outside, ball 2. Top of the order, R.J. Simpson waits on deck. Belleville East scored 2 runs in their half of the fourth. Collinsville trying to get them both back here. Swinging a fly ball. That's going to be foul, but it's being on the run and not being able to get there is Smith.
Gonna hold your breath and wait. There's so much foul territory there. Might be able to get to it and snag it at the last second.
She reached that glove out there for it, but came up a little short. Probably needed 2 more steps to get there. So a 2-2 count now to Young, and here's the next pitch. Swing and a base hit up the middle. 1 run's going to score, and they're going to hold Asbeck at second. So the Kahawks get 1 of those runs back on the second RBI single of the afternoon for Mackenzie Young.
Great job coming through in the 9-hole again. Soroka did get a little bit of a glove on it, and it got through, and run scores. Now RJ, who's sent some deep fly balls, but couldn't do anything with it, make them catch. She digs in now.
Yeah, 2 fly ball outs to Mariah May out there in right field, and a pop-up in her first at bat that never left the infield. So RJ 0 for 3. Very unlike her, so she's due, right? Is that what we're talking about? She's due. 1 out, runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Swinging a shot once again for May, and it's into her glove again. And not tagging and coming home was Asbeck.
That's amazing. You know, she's been driving them to the outfield there. Asbeck not tagged up to get that 6th run across.
I'm surprised at that myself, because that was all the way to the warning track. So now it's up to Riley Doyle. Riley lined out her last at bat, but before that she has singled and doubled.
Hopefully she can make it not matter here and
that'd be nice.
Get a hit.
Best batter on the team for Collinsville, Riley Doyle, came in batting .380. And with a 2 for 3 performance here this afternoon thus far, she's upped that a little bit. Runners on first and second, and now we're going to have first base delivered to Riley Doyle. I am not sure why, unless they wanted to intentionally walk her. I think that's what just happened.
Yep. I think they are having some discussion there in the East dugout. Catcher was biding time, and they finally decided to essentially walk Doyle.
Because they've gotten Wellen out twice, and then once she was hit by a pitch, so they think they have a better chance with Bree. Let's make them eat those words. In there for a strike to Wellen. Bases loaded, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 5th. Collinsville has already plated 1 here, and they trail by 2. Wellen swings and pops it up. Third baseman Crowder right there to take it, and that hit off the handle of the bat, and Brianna Wellen would like to have that one back.
Yep. Just hit out the wrong part of the bat there, so it works out for East to intentionally walk Doyle.
Sure did. So 1 run comes across on 2 hits. There was an error committed in the inning, and Collinsville leaves the bases loaded, and they have stranded 10 base runners on the afternoon, have the Kahawks. Well, we're going to head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. At least Collinsville got 1 of those back, and instead of being down by 3, Kahawks find themselves down by 2.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
Welcome back to Rita Minke Field here at Belleville East High School. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. 7-5, Lancers have a lead in this regional championship game. The winner will move on and take on the winner of the game going on right now between O'Fallon and Edwardsville. Do we have any scores on that?
It's like Edwardsville won 8-0.
Okay. Doolittle up to the plate.
Not 100% on that score, but it looked like there's a video there, and then it ended saying it was in the top of 7, so we'll go with 8-0 Edwardsville won.
Doolittle has singled in a run and grounded out in this game. And she looks at one low. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Butcher. Middle of the order here for the Lancers, Doolittle, May, and Sparks.
So that means the winner of this will head to Edwardsville. That sectional game. Tigers the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
But the Kahok's beat them twice.
Yeah, everything's in Edwardsville this year, right? Got the baseball game there tomorrow and the soccer regional championship game tomorrow, and I'm guessing the sectional semifinal will be there on Tuesday. Which one of these two teams will be making that trip, Collinsville or Belleville East? We are hoping it's Collinsville, but right now the Kahawks trail by 2. 2-2 the count to Megan Doolittle. Pitch. Bouncing ball back to Butcher. She gloves it and throws in time for out number 1. And that will bring up Mariah May, the right fielder who has handled R.J. Simpson all day long.
Yep, 8-0. You can confirm that now.
All right.
Fallon loses to Edwardsville.
Now batting number 29, Mariah May.
First one in their first strike.
Edwardsville moves on. I don't think anybody expected anything less. Mariah May has lined out and flied out, but her fly out scored a run. And now it's 1-1 against the Lancers right fielder. Next pitch from Butcher. On the way. Ball 2. Taylor Sparks on deck. Taylor Sparks, the spark plug, pretty much. Covers a lot of ground, good hitter. Swinging a foul ball right over toward her.
So a 2-2 count, and Butcher looking to put her away. Get this second out.
Kandra has 3 strikeouts in this game. 1 in every inning except the third. And a chance for Anderton. She gloves it and throws over to first base in time for out number 2.
Go a little bit high, but and a little bit to Simpson's left, but she can handle it, get the out.
So 2 away for Taylor Sparks. Sparks has singled and grounded out in this game. After she singled, though, she was thrown out at third base. Got hurt, went out of the game for a little bit. Her replacement committed 2 errors in the same inning, so Coach Peters said, can you go back in?
They're probably just checking on her or something.
Might have been working on her to get her back in the game. 1-0. Here's the next pitch. 2-0.
Her not being out there really helped that Kahok third inning.
That it did. Not saying that she would have gotten those 2 errors, but her replacement did, and she wasn't there, so that's what you have to go with. Foul ball out of play. 2-1 the count to Taylor Sparks. Bottom of the 5th. Collinsville in the top of the 6th will have their middle of the order. Anderton, Butcher, and Gassman due up. Next pitch to Sparks. Another foul, pretty much the same spot. Two outs, no one on. Bottom of the 5th, getting kind of late. Kahok's down to their final 6 outs at the plate. Hoping they can do some damage here in the upcoming top of the 6th. Got to get finished with Sparks here, though. And right back to Butcher. And over to first, a quick 1-2-3 inning for Kendra Butcher and the Collinsville Lady Kahawks. So they will come to the plate in the top of the 6th inning. Kahawks do, still trailing by 2. And we're back to tell you all about that top of the 6th here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
Back here at Rita Menke Field, Todd Duke, Chris Kettler with you. Regional championship game here between Collinsville and Belleville East. Winner moves on to take on Edwardsville Tuesday at Edwardsville High School in sectional semifinal action. One of these two teams will be there to take on those Edwardsville Tigers. Collinsville trailing by 2 runs will bring up Briley Anderton, Kendra Butcher, and Amber Gassman here in the top of the 6th. If anyone gets on, Jerica Asbeck with a chance to bat.
Kahawks missed a chance, got 1 run in the 5th, but missed a chance for an even bigger run. Left the bases loaded.
Yep. Anderton 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Soroka ready to deal. And it's in there for a called strike. Kahawks need a little rally here in these last 2 innings. At the same time, they need to not let the Lancers score anymore. There's a scorcher. Foul down the third base side. Anderton will dig back in as we get the ball back in late. 0-2 the count to the Kahawk shortstop, Riley Anderton. Soroka's next pitch. Ball. Soroka ready to deal once again to Anderton. Here it comes. Swinging a high fly ball. On the run is May. She's not going to get to that one. That's going to bounce at the base of the wall. And Anderton is going to have to turn around and go back to first. And it's a good thing that Eileen Walker did not know that she was caught in between the bags, because Walker spun and through to second. If she would have looked and spun and through the first, Anderton might have been out.
I thought Anderton was going to go all the way.
I did too.
Head charging into second. Good decision there to turn it back around and head back to first.
So Anderton, a leadoff single. Collinsville has their leadoff runner on. Once again, second inning in a row. Here comes Kendra Butcher, who is 0 for 2, 2 flyouts, and she was hit by a pitch. Looks at one on the outside corner for a called strike. Got to have base runners, and we got one. That's a start. Soroka ready with another to Butcher. Bunt, and it's foul. Quickly, 0-2.
Shows bunt there pretty late after the pitch is thrown and surprising everybody.
That was her plan, but it went foul instead.
Because Crowder was playing back even with the bag. Now she cheats in a couple of steps. And here's another 0-2. Swinging a shot up the middle, and it takes a little weird bounce, but Sparks stays with it and gets the force out at second. As the play goes 6-4 for the first out, and Butcher will reach on the fielder's choice.
Sparks was there to scoop it, and then it kind of went off to her right a little bit, but stayed with it.
That ball had some spin on it, man. That was starting out up the middle, and it kept on spinning until it spun its way over to Taylor Sparks, and it hit a rock or something out there and took another little trip to her right, but didn't matter. Here's Amber Gassman. 2 for 3 on the afternoon, 2 base hits, 2 runs scored, and an RBI on the only out she made, a fly-out sacrifice fly to center field. There's a shot up the middle, turnaround throw to second base for 1, back in first, not in time.
Ooh, East wanted the double play. They don't get the call. All smooth throws, everything on. Best. Aspect beat it out.
So, we'll just take turns having different runners at first base. First Anderton, then Butcher, now Gassman, and here is Jerica Asbeck, who has been on base 3 times this afternoon, once on a base hit and 2 times on an error. And the first pitch outside, ball 1. So the Kahawks down to their final 4 outs here.
You can't get something across here in the 6th. They'll go in to the 7th, down at least 2.
Yep. There's a swing and a base hit. 1 hopper right out to Smith in left field. And the Kahawks now have runners on at first and second, and Asbeck has been on all 4 times today.
Now we need the bottom of the order to come through again.
Yeah, it has been. Here is Katie Bardwell, the freshman. Has sacrificed herself and reached on an error and popped up. Ball outside. Bardwell, 1 home run on the year. Sure would be nice for her to get her second one right here. Soroka pitches. Strike called right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Collinsville trailing by 2. Bardwell stands in from the right side and awaits the next from the righty Soroka, and here it is. Popped up on the infield, but the center fielder is going to come in right on the edge of the grass. That is Ava Hamilton, and she makes the out. And the inning comes to a close. Collinsville strands a couple of more base runners. They have stranded 12 base runners on the afternoon, have the Kahawks. And Collinsville now down to their final 3 outs, but we still have the bottom of the 6th coming up as well. And we will tell you all about the Lancers bat in the bottom of the 6th right after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Welcome back once again to Rita Menke Field here at Belleville East High School. Looks like Jerica Asbeck is
bleeding out of
bleeding,
the mouth or nose or something.
Holding her hand underneath of her chin. She's got a nosebleed or something going on there, but that's a lot of blood.
She's got a handful of blood.
Yeah, she does.
Got some bloody players here today then.
Yeah, we do. So we are going to have a bit of a delay here. So while we have a bit of a delay, let's pay some more bills. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117.
Erica Asbeck is okay now. Apparently, she, from what we heard in the background, she took a ball off the nose. I think that's while she was running the bases. So she's better, and Bayla Smith will lead things off here for the Lancers, and the Lancers lead by 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. We are getting late, folks. It'll be Smith and Walker, then back to the top of the order and Ava Hamilton. So even if you get the Lancers out 1, 2, 3 here, you've got to deal with the biggest part of their order in the last inning if we get that far. And here is a bouncing ball all the way to the fence. And on her way is Bayla Smith to second base. She's in with a leadoff stand-up double.
East looking to add some insurance runs here. They know they'll at least go in up 2. Chance to win the game in the 7th, but they're going to look to add on here.
So a runner at second base and no one out here for Eileen Walker. Walker has singled and grounded out in this game. And a bunt to Butcher. She'll turn around, throw to first, and in time for the out. And over to third base goes Smith. 1 away. Top of the order, and Ava Hamilton. Hamilton has singled, doubled, scored twice. She started off this game with a fly out to Rafalowski in center field. So 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Next pitch from Butcher on the way. Strike called, 1-1. And the next delivery is a foul ball back to the screen, and a 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Ava Hamilton. Bayla Smith is at third base, 1 out. Butcher ready with another. Swing and a miss, or excuse me, swing and a miss. Yeah, what happened? Why was she running?
Just was hoping that Doyle
dropped it, I guess.
Dropped it, didn't have come up with it cleanly. She's a speedy runner. Beat it out at first.
I saw the swing and the miss, and then she took off running. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Doyle came up with it cleanly, not in the dirt or nothing like that.
4th strikeout of the afternoon for Butcher, and a swing and a foul ball out of play off the bat of Kylie Crowder. Crowder, no surprise, has been on base 3 out of 3 times here today. Singled and scored in the 1st, walked and scored in the 3rd, and walked and did not score in the 4th.
Good luck finding that ball. It's in the woods. This girl gonna go try.
Sure.
Jeez.
Next pitch, and that's a base hit down the 3rd baseline. Rounding first is Crowder. She'll hold there and be happy with the RBI single.
Young got to play a tough 3rd with the sun in her eyes. Couldn't do anything with that one, and East tacks on another run.
Yeah, that one's going to hurt.
Making the Kahok's 7th inning even tougher.
That will bring up Maddie Rodriguez. Rodriguez has been on base 2 out of the 3 times she's been up. The only time she wasn't, she struck out. And there's a bouncing ball right past Butcher into the glove of Gassman and on to first base for the final out. But that one run coming across, we'll see how much that's going to matter as we move on now to the top of the 7th inning. And the Kahawks are down to their final 3 outs of this one, and we will tell you all about the top of the 7th inning when we come back after this timeout on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Welcome back to Belleville East High School. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler along with you. Do or die time here for your Collinsville Lady Kahawks softball team, and it begins with Mackenzie Young. Then back to the top of the order, R.J. Simpson and Riley Doyle will have a chance to bat in this inning, and the Kahawks need base runners to have a chance, trailing by 3.
On their last 3 outs, time for one last rally, right?
Yep. Mackenzie Young looks at one outside for ball 1. Mackenzie has been on base all 3 times today. 2 singles, 2 RBIs, and she was hit by a pitch. Stranded all 3 times she's been on base, but she has helped get Collinsville the 5 runs they have. That's a ball. 2-0 to Young. R.J. Simpson waiting on deck. Simpson's had a rough day. 0 for 4, 3 straight flyouts to Mariah May in right field. Next pitch to Young. In there for a called strike, 2-1.
That last one, flyout she should have drove in 1 run. Could have been a sac fly, but Kahawks didn't get the run in. They got more work to do here in the 7th.
And that one hits her. That's the start you needed. You got to have base runners to have a chance, and Mackenzie Young gets hit by a pitch. That's the 4th hit batter of this game for Soroka, and she came in having only hit 8 all year.
Third of her total in 1 game.
Yeah. All right, R.J. Simpson, she's due, right? 0 for 4 on the afternoon. Pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. 2 of the flyouts, was the 3rd out of the inning. Of course, she led off the game with a pop-up to second base. But after that, 3 straight flyouts to Mariah May. Here's a pitch. And that one's a strike on the outside corner. So Simpson quickly in an 0-2 hole.
Exact same pitch both times, hitting the same spot. She's seen it now.
Now you take it the other way. Leave Mariah May out of the equation. Here's the 0-2. They set up outside, seeing if she would bite. Nothing doing. And RJ ready to go with a 1-ball, 2-strike count against her. Runner on at first, that's Mackenzie Young, on base for the 4th time this afternoon. Here's the pitch. Simpson takes one low. That was close. That was close.
Looking back at the umpire like, okay,
I know.
Thank you.
2-2 the count to RJ Simpson. Soroka ready, here comes. Swinging a bouncing ball, and that one is through, but no one to cover. It was off of the glove of Rodriguez and through. Eileen Walker, the second baseman, snagged it, but Soroka didn't leave the pitcher's circle to go cover first base. And R.J. Simpson is on with an infield base hit.
Rodriguez slowed it down enough for Walker to get to it. When Walker had it, she wasn't going to beat Simpson to the bag. All she could do was eat it. Soroka didn't cover.
All right. Kahawks have runners on first and second. Nobody out. Riley Doyle can do some damage here. Doyle has been on base 3 of the 4 times she's been up. And that's a ball inside.
East intentionally walked her last inning, and it worked out. Or, I mean, the 5th inning. The 5th inning, and worked out as Bree Wellen popped up in the 5th.
A single, a double, on a walk for Doyle. And she screams one down third base, but foul. And we'll do it all over again. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Riley Doyle. The only other time she wasn't on base, she lined out hard to Kylie Crowder at third. The Kazoo Club behind us.
Tomahawk chop.
And a bunt attempt, but she missed it.
She really sold out on bunt and everything, and the runners might have been going, but they don't go, don't move up. 2 strikes now to Doyle.
Next pitch to the catcher is outside. 2-2 the count. The infield hit by R.J. Simpson is the 11th hit on the afternoon for Collinsville. And they have stranded 12 runners today, have the Kahawks. Another foul ball.
Been a problem all year. They've had a lot of runners on and a lot of high numbers left on base in a lot of games.
Runners on first and second. Tying run to the plate. That's in Riley Doyle. Doyle on the year has 4 home runs. Be nice if she can get number 5 here. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Riley Doyle. And that becomes the first out of the inning. And for Soroka, just her 2nd strikeout of this game. So it's up to Brianna Wellen, who's had a rough day in the cleanup spot. Hit by a pitch. That's the only time she's been on base. Other than that, a ground out, a pop-up, and a strikeout.
Batting number 27, Brianna Wellen.
Soroka looks into Mincer, and a pitch and a high fly ball. Center fielder Ava Hamilton moves over, and she has it for out number 2.
Out there swinging at the first one. Kahawks down to their last out.
That they are. It's up to Briley Anderton. Some words of encouragement from Anderton as Wellen was walking off. Anderton takes a big old deep breath as she steps to the plate. Anderton on the afternoon, singled twice, grounded out and flew out. 2 for 4. Kahawks down to their final out here. See if Anderton can do something, and she takes the first one for a strike. Anderton represents the tying run. And an 0-1 count against her. Soroka's ready. Here's the next. Outside, ball 1, 1-1. Anderton digs back in from the right side. Soroka, the righty, ready with another 1-1. Here it comes. Inside, ball 2.
Just a little bit low.
Two and one, the count to the Kahok shortstop, Riley Anderton. Soroka ready to deal. Here it is. Swinging a high fly ball. That one is going to be foul, and that had home run distance on it. That's a shame. Wow.
Sent that one on a long ride, but it was.
That was probably a good 260 feet away, but on the wrong side of the foul pole.
8 feet foul.
Yep.
Let's just straighten this one out. We'll keep the distance, right?
Yeah, that'd be nice. 2-2 pitch coming from Soroka. Here it is. Outside, 3-2. Soroka threatening to walk the bases loaded and put the tying run on first.
Soroka going to compose herself here. No, she's got a big pitch. Now she's back in the circle.
Payoff pitch coming up from Soroka to Anderton. Here it is. Swinging a fly ball to center field. Ava Hamilton ranges over. She has it for the out. And that is how the game ends. Kahawks drop the regional championship game to the Belleville East Lady Lancers by a final score of 8-5. And we move in now to the Chiropractic Works post-game show, brought to you by Chiropractic Works, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. Chris McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Or give them a call, 343-3602, or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville, owned by former Kahawk Jay Merkel. At Extreme Details, they believe in the value of community and in helping the community hold the value of their vehicles. A sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details offers drop-off, pickup, and delivery service, as well as a mobile service. Whether that's a simple wash and wax or all the way up to a full detail job. No job is too big or too small for Extreme Details. Plus, Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal and vacuums every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, and more. Extreme Details in Collinsville. Open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Call Jay Merkel for an appointment at 301-6033 or 977-1224. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Todd Duke, Chris Keller back with you from Belleville East High School. Rita Menke Field final today. Belleville East Lady Lancers pick up the regional championship win over your Collinsville Kahawks by a score of 8-5. So the Lancers will move on to a Tuesday afternoon showdown with Edwardsville for a sectional semifinal at Edwardsville. Collinsville, 5 runs on 11 hits. They committed 1 error and left 14 base runners on base. Belleville East picked up 8 runs on 10 hits. They committed 3 errors and left 5 on base. And Chris Keller, the one that sticks out to you would be the 14 runners left on base.
Yeah, especially there in the late innings. Wellen had a chance with the bases loaded, and then there at the end, a couple flyouts. East didn't make any mistakes out there with some of them deep flyouts and nothing like that. So 5 runs is all the chaos you get. Unfortunately here, had plenty of chances for a lot more, but the season is over with. There's some tears being shed all over, parents and the players. It's sad to see when the season ends, but it was fun. And if you look back months ago, we'd be glad that we got a season at all.
Oh, yeah. Collinsville finishes 17-13 on the year under their first-year head coach, Jessica Schmitling. And if that's what she can do under her first year, I can't wait to see what she does next year.
Yeah, definitely. Good coach. Coaches at the middle school level, so can teach these players from that level on up. She's a part of the Extreme organization, so even younger with that one. So plenty to build on with her. She sticks around as our head coach.
You joining me tomorrow for some girls soccer?
Yeah, I guess we'll be doing it on the phone since
we are.
The equipment refuses to work in Edwardsville, but you didn't do that last game with Edwardsville. We had penalty kicks, and Kahok scored first in the overtime and couldn't hold the lead. It was a wild game on I think it was a pretty cold night too. So
yeah,
we'll see how tomorrow goes.
I think I was doing a softball game or a baseball game that day.
Yeah, so it should be a very entertaining game between two rivals.
Always is when Collinsville and Edwardsville gets together in any sport, but especially in soccer. All right, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time, and we will talk tomorrow during soccer.
Definitely.
That is Chris Keller. My name is Todd Duke. Season comes to an end for the Collinsville Lady Kahok softball team. 17-13 is their final record as they drop this regional championship game to Belleville East by a final of 8-5. So tomorrow we'll be in Edwardsville for Lady Kahok soccer action, another regional championship game coming your way. And that game is set for 6 o'clock. We'll be on the air at about 5:45. And again, none of the usual setup. We're just going to be doing it over the phone on the Facebook page. So that's the only way we can do it there from Edwardsville. We appreciate you taking time out of your day and spending it here with us. And for Chris Keller, my name is Todd Duke. And until tomorrow evening, everyone have yourselves a fantastic rest of your evening.